sometimes snacking all the time. They're just, it's their body's used to it. So when you positively shock your body, instead of, how there are a lot of people go on I kind of coined it a starvation diet, where they won't eat anything but like water and a cracker, and they wonder why they don't lose weight. That to me also, it shows that your body's just trying to hold on to everything it's got. So we break that fast and reassure the body at that first interval, I'm going to feed you again. Don't worry, we're going to do it again in a couple hours. It gives that body comfort, but you're shocking it with the foods that are going to help burn. And so it's a big switch. That's why a lot of people find it to be so enjoyable.
I haven't been hungry at all.
Good.
I do find myself when I'm falling asleep at night, though, figuring out what I'm going to eat the next day.
Pre-planning is good.
You're like dreaming about food, huh?
No, I'm not dreaming yet. I'm just still awake and trying and going, well, tomorrow I'll have blah, 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 in which order, basically, because it's always pretty much the same thing now.
Very cool. Well, so we had some people with some good news. People are losing weight. People are in ketosis. That's all awesome. Is there anybody that has any type of problems that they are encountering, or difficulties or challenges, or anything that, here for the support call today to help people through any kind of challenges they're having? Yes, Shirley.
I'm having one. I talked to Tracy about it. And it's gotten better, but my lower back is hurting. Mm-hmm. And so I don't know if I'm drinking too much water, and I am adding more. I'm adding an extra ounce of the plant-derived minerals along with the concoction I'm trying to make so I can drink it. So I am trying to add that. So do you have any other suggestions? I mean, it's better than it was the other day when I contacted you, Tracy, but I still have a little bit of aching.
Is it in your back or is it in your kidneys? Like you're right above your bum, your waist area.
It's right above my bum.
Okay. You haven't done any extra straining or working out or anything that would contribute to that?
No. And then sometimes it's in my just below my waist area, in my intestinal area. So I figured that it's just, I don't know. And I have also drank around noon. I'll drink one of those detox teas, the True Keto or True to Life Keto detox tea. And then I drank one last night before I went to bed.
Two. Okay. Are you moving appropriately with that? Are you
after I did the one at lunchtime, I did have some movement, but then I didn't have any movement again until this morning. So I'm not sure if it's my body just getting used to getting more food in my body, and then I don't know. I just don't know. Yeah. So
there's a lot of reasons you can have lower back pain. Of course, it could be somewhat diet related, but 9 times out of 10, it's, are you stretching? Are you doing lower back exercises to keep the muscles strong back there? Are you positive that it's not a muscle strain?
I'm pretty positive because I haven't done much exercising except for like moderated. Modified. Yes, modified. And so I do push-ups and do things with my arms, but I don't remember doing anything with my lower back.
Yeah, you could I tie my shoes and my lower back hurts, so it doesn't take but anything to cause some strain. Every single night when we sleep, our hamstrings get tighter. Mm-hmm. So it's super, super important, to be in a good exercise routine, but just as much important or just super important is to stretch. So especially your hamstrings, that can cause lower back pain. So And then, you got to be taking enough magnesium to make sure your muscles are relaxed. Are you drinking the OsteoFX?
I am.
We talked about that a little bit, bumping it up a bit.
I'm bumping it up a little bit. So.
Okay.
Well, another part of it too, if you have a bathtub, taking a nice Epsom salt bath with a good cup of Epsom salts in there can really make that magnesium absorb through you and help as well. And it just feels good. The other thing too, I was just thinking if it is possibly something more kidney related, have you ever had a kidney stone or anything like that?
No.
Okay.
No, that's the reason why I'm thinking it has to be from what I've done in the last 15 to 20 days with my diet, because I really never understood the intermittent fasting thing. And so I've been doing that since about the middle of January with the intermittent fasting. So I'm just thinking that normally I don't have any problems, because when I went gluten-free and oil-free in 2015, I started losing weight just because of, I guess, the gluten.
Yeah.
But most of my aches and pains went away too. So this is a new one. So that's why I just thought I would mention it to you guys to see if you had any ideas. So I will try stretching more, and especially the hamstrings and all of that. So I need to up the exercise anyway.
It's hard when it's winter time too, and it's cold, and so I like to actually do the warm bath at night and then do stretches gently and then go to bed. That's when I do a lot of my bicep curls. I do all of that, and I love it after a warm bath because I'm kind of already relaxed and my muscles are more warmed up. So, keep an eye on it though. I also take, I don't know if you ladies do this, or Paul, you may, I don't know, but I take a Super KB capsule every day, and it's fabulous. It's a kidney and bladder support capsule. And so if that's not in your arsenal as a woman, it's a good one to have in there. And it also is just wonderful. It's kind of like the equivalent of drinking a lot of cranberry juice and all that that's packed with sugar and carbs, but I just pop a capsule every day. It's wonderful. So that helps me, in that region more.
Super KB.
Super KB. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll write that down.
And there's a Good Herbs product that's phenomenal too.
That's right. The kidney bladder support or something, right? The liquid. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Anybody else? Good, bad, indifferent?
I was wondering the other day if we were going to be forever blessed with liquid stools.
What? Forever blessed.
Right. I mean, for 3 weeks, it's been 3 weeks, and it's like, okay, I haven't had a firm stool yet. So what's with that?
Even while eating, because solid creates solid.
Yes.
So, well, now let me ask: are you taking the detox tea?
I am doing the detox tea.
Okay.
I am doing the microbiome.
Oh, there you go. So you're adding to your arsenal in there, and it's actually giving you so many enzymes and probiotics and postbiotics. You're flooding your body, which is healthy.
Yeah.
Are you doing any, I should say the enzymes that are in the microbiome are designed also to break down fat, carbs, and protein. So you're kind of doing great that way, but if you're doing the tea on top of it to help you, move more, but yet you're eating food, that's probably it. You might not need the tea each day while you're having food. I don't know if you're doing the microbiome at the same time.
I got to where I put my microbiome in with my the hot chocolate when I had the hot chocolate, because I love the flavor of them together. Yeah. And I just have been doing the detox tea at night because that's on our program. So
yeah. And when people get in the groove of that and their body gets through cleansing, a daily detox, is great, but your body might be having so much good stuff in that it's just simply not needing, the tea every single night. You might pull off one night and see
Oh, okay.
changes, because you do want to have a good formed stool from the food you're eating now.
And I haven't, I've been doing more of the drinks than I have been the food. I usually have maybe the 3 eggs with cheese on them, which, by the way, I would have never thought of. And over medium, and then sprinkle it with cheese and melt it. It's so good.
Mm.
Yep. And then your other three meals are liquid?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So that's gonna happen then.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
If the majority of your food is liquid, then
Plus
Yeah.
flushing with all the water. Of course, that seems like it would go out, as urine. But anyway, yes, I'm doing a lot of eliminating, and I'm happy about that. So
yeah, it's just it's not anything like horrible that's happening. Just a cleansing process that's going on. And like Tracy said, if you become uncomfortable with that, you can go to a little more solid food, and you can back off the tea a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's not anything, right now, this is the month of January is like clean it out month.
right. That's what I figured.
You're your own plumber.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, great. Anybody else got anything that they want to say that's good, or anything that hasn't been going so good, or anything that you having a challenge with?
Good morning, this is Rebecca.
Hi, Rebecca.
Good morning. So on my little breathalyzer, I have not seen over 2.9, which when I see these little strips and they're at 4.0 and greater, I was like, that's really awesome. How do I get there? But I'm still losing inches.
That's perfect.
Yeah, that's a super high number.
So-
like there's no need to go higher than that.
No.
Okay.
People will argue that 3's like the ultimate number to have.
Because I keep thinking, well, if I was that high, how I would be like losing inches so fast, even more so
No, not
than I am.
necessarily. You just you shouldn't be tired. That's for sure. You should be able to function throughout the day well. Is that true, or do you find yourself tired?
Well, I love having the power up. So when I start to feel like I'm dragging, I just take a power up or two, and I'm good until bedtime. So,
Okay.
And adding the HGH in at bedtime. I mean, I have a 5-minute activation, and I don't even remember reaching halfway. And I wake up in the morning just feeling great.
A 5-minute activation?
What does that mean?
Right. So it's part of the Unsinkable program put out by Sonia Riccati. And it's just kind of helps to slow your mind down so that you can relax and go to sleep. And it really works. So between that and the HGH, I've never fallen asleep so fast in my life.
That works. HGH actually isn't necessarily inducing of sleep, but heck, if you're doing something else and it's working, yay, you're losing inches. Are you doing any type of activity before bed, like lifting weights or resistance work or anything like that?
I haven't done a whole lot of resistance work. I do have a very long flight of stairs that I go up and down about 10 times, 3 times a day, so that I'm getting my leg muscles stronger and burning some calories that way. And then I do have a Bowflex, but I haven't been using it as much as I should.
You hang your clothes on it? No, I'm joking. That's what a lot of people
No. Okay,
people.
so I have taken other people's clothes off of it, but I do not.
That's funny. Well, that's okay. The HGH is great, and it has a little extra benefit when you are working your muscles a little bit before bed. Nothing even that massive. 10 modified push-ups on your bathroom sink to engage. Once you feel the burn, you're great, and you'll feel trimmer each morning, and it does really engage. Muscle building, fat burning. So
Cool. I'll have to incorporate that. Thank you so much.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Anyone else have any things they want to bring up this this lovely Monday morning?
Is there any trick to how to make your own keto cubes?
Oh, yeah. Like, I just actually threw one on this morning because one of the girls, Kelly, was asking about, can we eat pickles all day long or something? And I'm like, well, you can eat them, but you're not just sitting here like this all day long. I don't know if you've ever done this, but you know those bottles of pickles you can buy that are like the big honkin' pickle spear things? I don't know what they're called. The big, anyway, they're cut in slices. You can use 2 big ones and put some cream cheese and then some like deli ham or turkey or whatever and put the other one on top. So instead of like, you know, how we have the string cheese with the stuff that Paul, I cannot remember what it's called, the you know, the meat stuff around it. You can do, you know, a string cheese with a swipe of sour cream or something on it with turkey, ham, or whatever, but the pickle slices create almost like a sandwich. So taking a keto cube and modifying it slightly is easy. I was just going to say the one with shrimp and butter. You can put a sprinkle of, you know, chopped garlic in there or powdered garlic. There's barely any carbs in there. But this is what I put in mine. I'm going to throw this up here. Can you guys see that? It's called chili garlic paste. And it's hot and it's awesome. It's sweet. And if you put just a little in there when you're sauteing the shrimp and butter, it's fantastic. And I actually just use, I'll eat it like that, or I'll put it in an iceberg lettuce leaf or a Boston lettuce leaf and eat it like that. So you can modify them a little bit, change them up a little bit. That's the whole point, is get your brain going to understand how to create some that are your own that equate to the right calculations in the ones we've prepared. And you can do that by looking at the macros chart set too. That takes you a little further out of the box from the basic set we've started. But if you're ready to change things up a little and, you know, switch up, that's pretty easy to follow.
I have a question. When you said to follow the macros chart, I find sometimes that the chart that you made sometimes does not follow the labels that we actually get at the store.
Well, that's the interesting part. I use that from a nutrition data standpoint and from like Fat Secret and these other nutrition apps that are out there. So if you look at like 1 ounce of string cheese, usually has about 7 grams of protein. Say a cheddar cheese might say, you know, 8 or something. It's relatively similar. And that's Paul and I were talking about. Some people like to use a scale, you know, to measure theirs out. I kept mine pretty tight with Rocio and Sanjeev when we created it. So if your packaging is just a little bit off, it's not terrible, you know, but I'm just using the core guideline.
Okay, so would you say to use your guideline rather than just going strictly by the labels?
No,
Well,
the labels are going to be more accurate, you know.
Yeah, mine is more like an overview of this is the general that you're going to see out there.
Okay, because I had gotten some shrimp, for instance, because I thought, oh, shrimp and butter would be awesome for one of them for it to have for lunch. And then I got a package of shrimp, a large shrimp, but it wasn't 12 large pieces. It depends on what people describe as being large.
Yeah, you got to, you know, there's a billion different types of shrimp out there, sizes. So you just got to go by the bag that you bought and know that you know.
So instead of saying, okay, it's just flat 12, you really have to go by how many grams or how many ounces are in a serving on that package, correct?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because some people might buy the little cocktail shrimp or the medium size, you know, it just depends. And then you want to make sure if it's 3 ounces of shrimp, usually that'll be around 20 to 24 grams of protein. But you want to kind of double check and measure things out too.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
So you know you're shooting like for 15 grams of protein a sitting. If you do 4 sittings, that's right around 60. So it just, we're trying to get ballpark. You know, if you're over or under a little bit, this isn't like you got to hit everything right on the nose. But generally speak, we're just trying to throw general numbers out there.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I was going to say, because the grand total is what really counts. So,
Yeah. At the end of the day, it's just math, really.
right.
Mhm.
Okay. I understand. I just wanted to verify that because it was like, I would get confused following it and trying to follow the package too. So,
Yeah.
but I did notice that there are some things that aren't exactly the same. And I thought maybe on their side of the country, it's different than my side. So that's basically it.
Yeah, and it's kind of a mental thing. When you just kind of go along, you'll soon realize, you know, generally in 1 ounce of protein, whether it's, you know, an egg, chicken, fish, meat, whatnot, it's roughly 60 grams of protein in one. But everything's different. So that's why the chart's there and the labels are there, and that way you can target better.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Super.
One thing that I've noticed with Havarti cheese, you actually get 8 grams of fat and 4 grams of protein,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
which I think kind of meets that macro better.
Yeah, that is
am
the
I
best
correct?
cheese too.
Yeah. And it's
Yeah.
soft.
So I love doing the Havarti instead of the mozzarella, where you've got equal amounts of fat and protein.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, softer cheeses too oftentimes do have more fat, but they also have more lactose. And so that's why people who have trouble with dairy, soft cheeses can be a bugger to their belly. So that's just something to kind of keep in mind. If you love cottage cheese and feta and brie and these softer ones, you do have a better balance of the fat ratio, but you might get a little more funkiness if you do have a sensitivity to dairy. So that's the only other caveat. I love a good soft cheese on anything though. Yeah.
Anyone else have any questions or comments? Super, super. Well, you know, we really appreciate everyone and their comments in the support group. You know, that is really the main thing throughout the week is, you know, keep posting your success. Encourage others to do that. Please comment when other people, you know, do post that they've lost this or whatever that has happened positive in their life. We want to be supportive of people that have had success and really cheer them on. And also, everyone on this group here has been super supportive of answering questions and helping people out because we all go through rough times or we have questions or just at times need some support. And that's really why we're so excited about this support group, that we're all doing this together and we're all going through the same challenges. So thank you all for being there for each other and making this such a special program here at Longevity. Okay, great. Well, we're going to meet every Monday. We're going to keep this to 30 minutes, and I'll put this recording on the group there. And, you know, if there's, again, anything that comes up during the week that you want to ask questions about, Tracy and I and other people are always around to answer those. And we're just going to keep it on and keep losing weight. All right?
Thanks, you guys, for coming.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Have a great week.
Have an awesome week, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hey, thank you. Bye.
Bye.